Alright, I'm about to make my DIY trunk space for the Wrangler JL 2024 and up, no subwoofer. So I got my pieces together down here, all measured out. I'll have measurements in the comments or in the description later. So got the trunk all emptied out. So the first thing I'm going to do, take these off. This exposes the factory screws or shorten the factory screws there, which are M8s. So just have two M8s, put that on. So I got this right here. Take that off. Washer on. Okay, there's the left side. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the right side on. All right, we're going to start with the left side. Take this. All right, so I got both sides on. That's right side, left side. Back up, show you how the door closes, no problem. So if you look in here, you You see how much space I got. Plenty of clearance. And it's sitting just below the ridge of the door, which I'll show you in a minute why that matters. But I also, let me show you, pull this door back out. And let me show you, I have it leaning back toward the seats a little bit, if you look at this level, because I figured you don't want to put something on it and it slide back toward the glass window. So I gave it a little bit of lean back toward the seats. So if you see how much lean, if I pull this up, that's level. So it's not much lean, but it is just enough lean to where if something rolls or wants to roll, it'll roll back toward the seats and away from the glass, back glass. So just to be a little safe. All right, next I'm gonna cut the wood and put the top on. All right, so I have the wood in. Basically, this is just wood with I went to Michael's and got some leather cloth and stapled it on. You can see underneath, kind of stapled it in there, painted it underneath black, so it didn't stand out so much. But yeah, so put 2 hinges on it. Sits around the edge, just shy of the screws, so you can lift it up, fold it all the way back if you want to. So just in case you need to put something tall, like some flowers or something like that, or something tall was sitting in this spot where this drill is at, you could just flip it up and still carry it. It just goes back down, and look at that. It goes under the lip, so now you can't lift it up. Even if it had a handle on it, you couldn't lift it up. This backside right here is actually screwed in, so that doesn't move. So in order to open it up with the tailgate closed, you would have to unscrew the hinges to do that. So while it's not totally secure, somebody has to have a drill with them in order to get in your trunk, and that's unlikely. This is not to like store your stuff overnight or for a long period of time. It's just so you can put stuff in the back, so you can run in the store if you need to, or if you're shopping and you have to run in and out and you got your top off. This will prevent people from just reaching in your back and grabbing your stuff out, because you can't lift this up. So next, what I'll do is I'll put a back on it. So as you can see, if you look underneath, there's no back right now, so not sure if you can see it, but I'm going to put a back on it so people can't reach from this side, this far side, and if your top is off, they can't reach behind your seat and reach underneath. So I'm going to do that next, and after I put that on, this will be all done. So see you later. Okay, so I finished my install. Let me show you what I did since the end of the last portion of the video. So you can see I added this top. It's only a 1/4 inch wood. You could add 3/4 inch wood and it'll be a lot more sturdy. I just chose 3/4 because this is my wife's Jeep, so she won't be hauling stuff that weighs that down. She won't be using tools or anything, but you can use 3/4 inch plywood instead of what I used, and it'll be a lot sturdier. I put leather fabric on it so it matched the interior. I used black hinges So you can, like right now, reaching in is hard to reach to anything in the back. But I flip this up, and now I can lean all the way in and get stuff. So let me back this up and show you. So with this down like this, you can't really lean in too easy. You lift this up, you can lean in, get behind it, and all of that. I actually left space behind the seat, so if you needed to drop something behind the seats, you could still drop something behind the seats. So this doesn't completely cover up the whole trunk, so you can still like kind of just throw stuff back there and it'll drop down behind it if you need to. I could have went all the way to the seat, but I just chose not to. I may have if I ever decide to sell this thing, I may make two options. One option that goes all the way to the seat and one option that doesn't. I also did the same thing underneath. So if you look underneath, you'll see that I put a back on it so you can't, if your top is off, you can't reach through the side and reach in because there's something blocking it. I left a little hole right here. So if you want to stick something long with the seat down, like if you had a broom or some type of pole or anything that was long and slim, you could stick it through the side and let the seat down, and you could just slide it up there if it was maybe 6 feet long or whatever. Same thing with the flip up. So when you flip this up, it allows you to still haul tall stuff. Like if you had something that was tall, still flip that up. But I showed all that stuff already. One thing I hadn't showed was the back. So there's the back. And the best part is now when you close it, just like last time, now you can't get from the top. It has the back on it, so you can't get in the back. There is that little hole, but that little hole, you know, people really want to be trying to steal your stuff to try to get through that little bitty hole. And like I said, this isn't to secure your stuff for a long amount of time. It's just so if you need to, if you're just out and about with your top off and you're running in and out of stores or in and out of places, or have to be away from your car for maybe 10, 15 minutes, even an hour, you're going to eat at a restaurant or something like that, then you don't have to worry about somebody just kind of casually walking by and taking your stuff. It takes a good amount of effort to get into this trunk box. So that's it. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Like I said, I may start making these if I can figure out a way to get them shipped, because the options that are out there are very, very expensive, and I think I can come in way under that for a lot. I think there's a market for just lightweight storage, not nothing major like I've seen out there with all the steel and all that stuff. So again, let me know in the comments what you think, and see you next time. All right, real quick, I just kind of cut into the video. After I was done, I put my wife's bag back, and I just wanted to show you how the way, since I didn't go all the way to the seats, you can still use stuff like this storage bag back here that you can get to from within the car. So you have plenty of space to still get to storage within the car, so it doesn't take up the whole thing. You don't have to let the seats down to put stuff in the back. So yeah, I just wanted to show that. That was actually, her storage bag was the reason I actually did not make it go all the way to the seats. So that's it. Close this up. There you go.